counsel for the federal government, Adegboyega Owomolo, SAN, told the at the resumed hearing of Nnamdi Kanu's case, the counsel for the federal government, Adegboyega Owomolo, SAN, told the court that he had earlier filed an ex parte application for the witness to testify behind screens due to the nature of the case and for security reasons, which was granted by the court as there was no objection from Kanu's lawyers. As the government formally opened its case against Kanu, its witness who testified behind the screen told the court that on 14th October 2015, he was assigned with some team members to arrest Kanu at the Golden Tulip Hotel in Lagos. According to the witness, whom the court tagged PWAAA, when they got to the Golden Tulip, the reception showed them the guest manifest of several months and noticed that Kanu's name was not there. They, however, got an order to conduct a room-to-room search of the hotel, which produced Kanu in room 303 with a young lady. The witness noticed that Kanu initially resisted arrest and was in an apartment that looked like a broadcasting studio. He was then taken to the DSS command in Lagos, where the items from his room were listed. The witness went on to read a statement made by Kanu on the same day of his arrest, where the IPOB leader said he set up Radio Biafra because he believes in freedom of speech and that the UN Charter of People's Rights guarantees the right to self-determination. In the same statement, Kanu also noted that he was questioned without his lawyer or any legal representation, so he answered the questions asked him in the best way he could. After giving his evidence in chief, the trial judge, Justice James Obotosho, adjourned to May 2nd for cross-examination.
The matter is very simple. The state has a case against our client, and we are defending him. And for the first time, the matter has been opened, and we have heard what the evidence is. On Friday, we are coming back to cross-examine him. But in the main, the matter has commenced on a good note, very sound note, very civilized trial. And we hope by the grace of God we'll continue on this note and get to the end.
Well, it's quite unfortunate that we have not woken up to understand that you cannot just arrest people because they have equipment on them. When the interview was going on, the leader of IPOB was mentioning in that particular interview that he was just broadcasting, telling the world about what the British government is doing. And there's nothing wrong with him telling the world that we deserve our rights and we deserve what is in London over here, to be treated fairly, to have what they have, whatever they enjoy, we need to enjoy it in this country.
For the first time in about 10 years, Nnamdi Kanu's case has made headways. The federal government called its first witness today, and they say they have about 5 more witnesses to call. For a matter that has been granted accelerated hearing, Nigerians are eager to know what will be the outcome of this.
Freedom for Biafra! Biafra! This is the indigenous people of Biafra. Indigenous people of Biafra, we are asking Nigerian government to obey his court order and release our leader. Nigeria is a crime against humanity. Nigeria exists. It is our right to agitate for Biafra. And so Biafra, we are asking for freedom. leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are asking for our freedom. And we are here in the Linz, Austria. Freiheit for Biafra! Freiheit for Biafra! Freiheit for Biafra! Freiheit for Biafra!
Der Integration lebt, der integriert, der Chancen gibt. Angefangen von den kleinsten Waldliegern über die vielen Nachwuchsmannschaften. Gratulation zu allen euren Erfolgen, Gratulation zu eurer Arbeit. Freundschaft, herzlichen Dank, dass ihr da seid. Ich begrüße am Ende dieses Zuges die Indigenous People of Biafra. Herzlich willkommen.
We are recognized by the government of Linz.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hier in Österreich vertritt euch Mazi Nnamdi Kingsley und
The terrorists cannot be welcome in this way. For Biafra, representing Linz.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, also freedom all over the world, and welcome to Exposed News TV, your one and only YouTube platform that gives you more and updated news and information on everything trending and happening in Biafran territory. Now, the video you just watched is the whole incident that happened in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court hearing, and as you all know, a lot actually transpired, both the issue that we heard and the issue we didn't hear about. There are still issues that trended on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court hearing that we didn't hear, and I'm talking about those issues. We're talking about how, the judge seized Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's sister-in-law phone, over alleged video in court. One thing that these judges don't like is when you're not being given permission to handle some certain things, then you go about doing those things. Yeah. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's sister-in-law was actually doing a live video on in court actually, and the judge had to order for for them to seize her phone pending till when the case was actually finished, though she was giving information to those who were not in court as of that yesterday. As of that day, that was on Tuesday rather. So, so many things actually ensued, concerning that. Now, that is not actually what we want to talk about, because we have other issues that is also trending in Biafran land that we want to talk about. Like, as we know, today we are having a news roundup of all the activities that is trending and happening in Biafran territory. Now, the women of Biafra have come out to say killer herdsmen, not IPOB, are Southeast real problem. Igbo women has come out to blast the Chief of Defense Force, the Chief of Defense Staff rather, that is Christopher Musa. Yes, the Igbo women has come out to speak volume concerning the statement that Christopher Musa said. We'll be giving you full news and full broadcast on Christopher Musa's interview, where he called out the Biafran the IPOB being the reason for the insecurity in the southeastern part of the country. And he went further And that was even the annoyance of the women, the southeastern women. He went further to tell every every Igbo person or Biafrans in code that they should desist from supporting the IPOB movement or anything that has to do with the Biafran movement. That if they stop supporting the Biafran movement, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, and the rest of them, anything that pertains to Biafra, that it will help curtail the issue of insecurity in the southeastern part of the country. Now, one thing that Musa didn't do, which is his biggest problem, which has always been lies. Christopher Musa has actually been responsible for a lot of lies, and a lot of misguided words and sentiment that we have actually seen so far, especially when it concerns to the issue of the Biafran struggle. Christopher Musa failed to let the world know that IPOB is not your major problem. They are not the cause of insecurity in the southeastern part of the country. He never mentioned the issue of the Fulani herdsmen that have been buying innocent people, that have been committing all kind of scandalous murderous act in Biafran land, that have been causing all kind of tension, that has been raping, maiming, and also buying our innocent young women in Biafran land. He didn't mention that. Musa didn't mention the activities of these Fulani kidnappers. Musa didn't mention the activities of the bandits. All Musa's all his effort was on making sure that he finds a way to give the IPOB movement, the Biafran struggle, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a bad name. But the reality is that even our women knows their stance. They understand the gimmick. They understand what the country is all about, and they understand the activities of these people. Musa will never change, and Musa will continue to act, ignorant, to the things that is happening in Biafran territory, because the reality is that they know, and they are well informed of the activities happening. They know that the major problem of the southeastern part of the country when it comes to insecurity is the Fulani herdsmen, which the Biafran Liberation Army has actually been dealing with. We'll be giving you more in details on that in the next video we'll be dropping. But meanwhile, let us go back to the news in detail, because a lot of issue is still coming up on the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. On this one, there is a revelation that has come up immediately after the court hearing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have dropped an order from DSS custody. Please watch and make sure you share this video to as many groups, to as many platforms as possible. God bless you.
Breaking news. Barrister Aloy Ejimakor gives full details of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court proceeding today at the Federal High Court, Abuja. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel/television this very moment. Today's date is 29th of April 2025, and I have video clip and of course information from Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, the special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. It is not a news that today, 29th of April 2025, is the day that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared in the court of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, for the commencement of the trial between, I don't want to say between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the zoo government, but between Biafra and the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. So pay attention. I will first of all read the update from Barrister Aloy Ejimakor's official and verified X account. After that, I will then play the video for you. And those of you who have already come across this very update, because it was made just a couple of hours ago, if you have watched the video, I want you to stay tuned because we have something very, very important to say after the video. So let us move, first of all, and read the update before the video. And according to the lawyer, he said, update. Today's MNK hearing has been concluded. The prosecution presented its first witness, who was not identified by name but by initials only, and he testified from behind a screen, as was approved by the judge. On 2nd of May, we shall cross-examine him and test his veracity. So that means what happened today is only for the so-called witness, the masked witness, to testify against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without being questioned or cross-examined. So on the 2nd of May, the team of our lawyers and co will now cross-examine him, question him. You see that suspected Igbo man who has taken money from the zoo to mask himself to come and witness and give false witnesses against an innocent man, against Chineke. If you are hearing me right now, I want you to disappear. You better excuse yourself. In fact, buy overnight ticket. If you don't have any visa, you don't have good passport, you don't have visa, just first of all, Tunisia na Benin Republic. Obune no n'ugwu Hausa, Tunisia na Chad, isi Chad, ife Niger, cross Mediterranean Sea, banye Italy, direct, isi Italy, na because at the end, you will be ashamed. You will be unmasked. You will be unmasked. Don't think that you are going to remain, masked forever. You shall be unmasked. Bear it in mind. Because on the 2nd of May, the kind of query others who are preparing to come behind the mask to give false witnesses against our leader will be shocked. They will be shocked. Now, dear friends, before playing the video for you, I want to remind you with this little opportunity that I have now that on the 9th of May 2025 is the day that has been scheduled by Biafrans in Finland and some of them in Europe who are staging a protest in Helsinki, Finland, to ask for the immediate and unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. This very protest, like as I usually say, is being organized by Biafrans in Finland. It has nothing to do with whatever or whoever that you support. Please, if you support Mazi Simon Ekpa, if you are his disciple, you are his follower, you are his supporter, you believe in him, you know that he is capable enough to give us Biafra, to deliver Biafra to us, to deliver freedom to us. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still held in a solitary confinement in the DSS dungeon. I want you to know that this protest is a must attend. It's a must attend. Just take it to yourself. Put it to yourself that this is a must attend. It's not about me. It's not about anyone. But it is all about all of us. Our collective effort, our collective vision, our collective freedom, which as Mazi Simon Ekpa remains in the custody, I'm telling you, what is happening now will continue to happen. Unless those of you are enjoying it, unless those of you are really not interested in freedom, but you are interested in all the shenanigans that is going on social media. But if you want freedom for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you want freedom for Biafrans at large, you must support this very protest. It is very important, very important. So the number to call for more details, anything that you want to know concerning this very upcoming protest, please call the number on your screen. Enquiry number for Finland protest for the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa, please call +358 40 243 6561. This is the official number to call for any details You want to book hotel reservation, maybe you are coming from Europe or America or any other part of the world, and you have eligible traveling document to go, please endeavor to be there. Call this number and you will get more information concerning the protest. No money is required apart from the money which you are going to spend for your transportation or your flight ticket. No other money is required. Nobody is asking you to pay a dime. Now, moving back into the news of the day, I am going to release this very video for every one of you who are listening to me right now. So I want you to pay very close attention while we all watch this very video together.
The people I'm here are my brothers and sisters. We are all friends of one mind. The lawyers are here, some of them. The others have dispatched to various locations where we are going to meet later. Tomorrow we are going to the DSS to meet with Onyendu. Today, what happened? For those of you, and one Onyendu, we are friends, fine boy. I was in the America, Dr. Sylvester Sonia and Dr. Chukwuemeka of the Igbo, of the American military veterans of Igbo descent here. I be grateful for the solidarity they came to show to their friends, and to Onyendu and the legal team and Onyendu. They flew all the way from America to show solidarity. We are very, very grateful, and this thing was in and Mary at the end of the day. So what happened in court today, as a way of recapping and informing those who didn't come to court, was very simple. Finally, the government is getting the so-called trial that it has always desired as of late. It didn't desire this trial for the past 10 years, but for the past 6-7 months, the government has been intent on having a trial. But the trial has commenced today, and we have seen, those of us in court, that the case rings very hollow. The prosecution witness was examined on direct examination by the prosecutor, and he made an application, meaning the prosecutor made an application before then for the witness to be masked or to be screened away from the bird's eye view of the general public. The only person that could behold him from our own side of the aisle was Mazin Namdekan, because the law required that. So he was testified from behind his bench, and people testify behind So he has given his direct examination, and the matter was adjourned to 2nd May for continuation of trial. So what is going to happen on 2nd May is very specific and simple. We are going to subject that witness to cross-examination. We are going to ask him to explain certain things. So his own answers to the questions pushed to him today will not be taken as true unless and until we have finished examining him 2nd May. So we are very hopeful that in the end, our victory is assured. We shall prevail, and we shall be able to show through this trial they are having, or they say having today, that Mazin Namdekan did not commit any offense known to law. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Special counsel.
So, my people, you have seen it. I don't have a lot to analyze at this very point in time. But remember, as we proceed, matters are rising. I want to use this opportunity to lend my voice to thank those who flew all the way from America to Abuja to stand in solidarity with our leader Mazin Namdekan. This is the same thing that I'm asking for our people to stand in solidarity with our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. So I want to thank every one of them. I equally want to thank Barrister Aloye Ejimakor and all the legal team, all the sons and barristers who are standing for Mazin Namdekan. I know that many of them are here willingly to defend the truth, not that they were hired to be paid, millions of amount based on their standards and caliber. So I want to thank every one of them. I want to thank all Biafrans who sat at home today to make today a memorable one for Mazin Namdekan. Thank you, my people. To salo numo zia kona poto and make it go viral.